All right, if you're a gardener, you know this feeling, right? The weather, it can be a real pain. But what if I told you that you could turn every single downpour into, like, a secret weapon for your plants? Today, we're going to show you exactly how to build a garden that doesn't just put up with the weather, it actually thrives because of it.
So let's kick things off with a pretty powerful thought from horticultural consultant Graeme Farrer. He said, "Water is our most precious resource and we're getting it in all the wrong ways." And that just really hits home, doesn't it? It kind of gets to the heart of the matter. So often we find ourselves fighting against nature's cycles instead of just working with them. And that's especially true when it comes to water.
All right, so here's what we've got on tap. First, we're going to look at our garden's water problem. Then, we'll talk about the power of soft water. After that, I've got a super simple 1-2-3 action plan for you. We'll even cover some specific plants that absolutely love the rain. And finally, we'll tie it all together to show you how to build your own reservoir of resilience. Okay, let's jump right in with part 1, our garden's water problem. You know, you might think, hey, water is water, right? But the stuff coming out of your tap, it's a whole different ballgame compared to what your plants are actually craving. And really, the problem boils down to two simple things: quality and quantity.
And this really lays it all out. On one hand, you've got hard tap water. If you live somewhere like the UK's southeast, you know what I'm talking about. It's just loaded with minerals, calcium, magnesium, and over time, using that water can actually build up in your soil and mess with its pH. You know, how acidic or alkaline it is. That's a huge problem for any plants that love acidic soil. But then you have rainwater. It's naturally soft, it's a little bit acidic, and it's totally free of chlorine and other chemicals. It is, quite literally, the perfect drink for your garden.
And it's not just what's in the water. It's also about how we get it. The climate is changing, and we're seeing this more and more, these really intense, short bursts of rain that just overwhelm everything, followed by these long dry spells where our gardens are just gasping for a drink. It's a total cycle of feast or famine.
Which brings us perfectly to part 2, the power of soft water. Okay, enough about the problem, right? Let's talk about the solution. And it's such an elegant one because it solves both issues, quality and quantity, at the same time. It's all about harvesting the sky's hidden potential.
So the big question is, how do we get more of this good stuff? You know, this liquid gold for our gardens exactly when we need it? Well, the answer is probably a lot simpler than you think.
It's called rainwater harvesting. And look, it's not some high-tech, complicated process. It's literally just catching the natural, soft water that falls on your roof and storing it, saving it for later use in your garden. It's an idea that's been around forever, but honestly, it's become more important now than ever before. Okay, so let's get practical. Moving on to part 3, your 1-2-3 action plan. This is Graeme Farrer's amazing framework for turning your own home into a super effective rainwater reservoir. So here it is. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, you're going to install diverters. These are simple little things that connect to your downpipes and channel all that amazing rainwater into big containers or water butts. Step 2, and this is key, is to guard your gutters. Clean them out twice a year, or maybe install some guards just to keep leaves and gunk from blocking everything up. And step 3, this one's a bit of a pro tip. Consider a first flush diverter. It's a really clever device that lets that initial kind of dirty rainwater, the stuff that washes all the dust off your roof, run off, so you're only collecting the super clean water that comes after. So what's the payoff for doing all this? Well, this is the fun part. Let's get into part 4 and meet a few plants that are going to absolutely love you for this. We're calling them the Climate Hero Trio.
First up, we've got the camellia. And look, if you have ever struggled to grow one of these beautiful plants, this might be why. It is the absolute poster child for a plant that just adores soft rainwater.
See that hard tap water with its high pH? It basically locks up all the good nutrients in the soil. It's like the camellia is sitting at a feast, but it can't eat. But when you give it soft rainwater, bam! It's like you've handed it the key to unlock that treasure chest of food. And the results? You get healthier plants, way more vibrant blooms, and those gorgeous glossy evergreen leaves. All right, our next hero is one that's not just pretty, it gives you something delicious to eat, the blueberry. And trust me, if you want a huge harvest, the kind of water you use is absolutely critical. You see, blueberries just crave acidic soil. It's what they need. And hard tap water is constantly working against that, which is why you'll often see the leaves turn that kind of sickly yellow color. That's a nutrient problem called chlorosis. But rainwater,
It gives them exactly the acidity they need to thrive, and that means healthier bushes and, yep, a way more abundant harvest of those tasty berries. And for our final hero, we have a plant that plays a really unique role in a water-resilient garden. Let's talk about the pond purifier, the yellow flag iris.
So this plant is perfect for those really wet, maybe even boggy parts of your garden. Or you could even put it in a pond that acts as an overflow for your rainwater system. Its real superpower, though, is that it filters and cleans the water. It literally sucks up excess nutrients, creating a much healthier, more balanced little ecosystem right in your backyard.
Okay, let's zoom out for our final section, your reservoir of resilience. This is where we connect all the dots and really see the huge payoffs of setting up a simple system like this.
I mean, just think about the potential here. We're not talking about a trickle. A single moderate rain shower falling on a standard roof can collect hundreds of liters of perfect, soft water. That is an absolutely incredible resource, and it's just falling for free right out of the sky.
So when you make this one simple change, you get this powerful triple win. First, your garden wins, right? Healthier, happier plants. Second, your wallet wins, because you're not paying for all that expensive treated tap water anymore. And third, the environment wins. Every liter you collect is one less liter overwhelming our storm drains during a downpour, which actually helps reduce the risk of local flooding. It's a win-win-win.
And that really brings us full circle, back to that core idea from Graeme Farrer. It's about a complete shift in your mindset. Rain is not a problem, it's not an inconvenience that you have to get rid of as fast as possible. Every single drop that falls on your roof is a precious resource that you can capture and use.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. What if your garden didn't just have to survive our crazy, unpredictable weather? What if it could actually use that weather to become more lush, more productive, and more resilient than you ever thought possible? Because the power to do that? Well, it's literally falling from the sky.